uh, a recording that we have already added in YouTube channel. Okay, so right now these channels are private, so only you guys have access to it. So you can very well go there and refer to those trainings. Okay, and then also do the hands-on. Yesterday I have shared the sheet, sorry, the notebook, Python notebook, which has some practice session that I did, and I've shared the file yesterday. Okay, you can just get hands-on to get some idea about the NumPy. So today, what we're going to do is today we're going to learn Matplotlib. Okay, so in simple terms, if you ask me what is a Matplotlib, okay, so Matplotlib, okay, is a Python package or library used for data visualization. Okay, when we say data visualization, or what all includes there? Okay, like you create your pie chart, a donut chart, then bar chart, scatter chart, okay, time series chart, right? So all these charts that I'm talking about, these represent the visualization, okay, with your data. Now data, there are two types. One is numeric data and categorical data, okay, and also categorical and numerical data you will find generally with your data set. Okay, so these three type of data that you will most of the time will encounter. Okay, so categorical, numeric, and mix of both. Okay, so like I said, introduction to Matplotlib. So this is a library, Python library for data visualization, and it provides you the fine-grained control over plots. Now, plotting includes two types. One is static, and another one is dynamic. Okay, so what is the difference between static and dynamic? Static means you have a data, you download it, and you are creating those visualization and you are presenting, right? That is static. But dynamic is something the data keeps on changing. Okay, example, you might have seen the weather forecast, okay, and share market, right? If you monitor from morning 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, you see the chart goes up and down, up and down. It's continuous, just like your CPU. Okay, so it keeps on going on. Now, even if you see a real time scenario here, okay, CPU, okay, this is dynamic data. So the system, what it is doing is it is picking up these points, data points, okay, from the processor, and it is displaying in this context. Okay, so plotting can be interactive, okay, and dynamic also. Okay, now static, interactive, and dynamic. Interactive means, say for example, you have an option there to toggle with your data. Okay, so you can toggle up and down, and then your bar moves up and down. Okay, so you can also do that. Okay, and this Matplotlib library works well with NumPy and Pandas. Okay, so like I said, initially I started with Pandas, then NumPy, Matplotlib, and day after tomorrow we will look at Seaborn. Okay, Seaborn is also one of the uh, library for data visualization. Okay, and it is an open source. Okay, for data visualization, okay, you can create static, animated, interactive plots. Okay, okay, static, animated, and interactive plots that help interpret and present data clearly. Okay, so what is the purpose of data visualization, guys? Okay, say for example, I want a segmentation, okay, of 3 location. Okay, what you will do is you will pick up all core data, and then you will segment, or you will group the data based on the location. Okay, and I will get an idea. Okay, I can interpret by seeing those plots. Okay, if I give the data, can I make that out? No, right? So plotting gives you that ability to interpret and present data clearly. Okay, and then you can take a call. Okay, say for example, you have 3 location. Okay, Gurgaon, Mumbai, and Hyderabad. Okay, so you want to plan what do you call the hiring process. Okay, so now the question here is, okay, which location you will do. Okay, until unless you have a data, you cannot continue, right? You cannot proceed further. So you will get a data from stakeholders, and then you will see Mumbai has 5,000 employees, Hyderabad has 4,000 employees, and um, Gurgaon has 5,000. Okay, now by seeing this visualization, okay, now you will see, okay, my target is for Hyderabad. Since Hyderabad is less compared to these 2 locations, so let me go for Hyderabad. Okay, that is how you can take a decision, okay, by data, with the data. Okay, and who developed this? John D. Hunter is a person who developed in, I think, 2003 or 2004. Okay, so he came up with Matplotlib library, and then he contributed to the Python org, and where they started integrating with all the Python libraries. Okay, sorry, not libraries, Python versions. Okay, and this is a backbone of visualization. Okay, and it integrates with NumPy and Pandas. Okay, Pandas stands for panel data. Okay, so Pandas is very powerful language for data manipulation. Now what we are doing is we're going to learn all 4 concepts one by one. Pandas, NumPy, then Matplotlib, and Seaborn, and then we will start working on the analysis. Okay, so first thing first, how do you install a Matplotlib? Okay, so generally when you install your Python package, the latest version I'm talking about, see earlier in version, I think mine is 313 now. Okay, version is 313, yes. Okay, earlier days what used to happen is we have to install all these packages one by one. Okay, now since these are all data science packages, they have bundled into one application. Okay, if you want to install, you will say pip install pip install, and you have to type matplotlib, matplotlib. Okay, and then you run it. Okay, it will take a while. Okay, and you can see here, so right now your server shows busy. Okay, now it has done. So it says requirement already satisfied. Whenever you see this type of statement, what that means is it's already installed. It came along with package, your Python package. Okay, you can see various version are there, 131, and then side package. Okay, so 213, all these they will keep on including in the upcoming versions of Python. So we are good with it, so we don't have to install anything. So I'll put this statement in comment, and I'll run it so that I can remove that installation and all that. Okay, I'll restart this kernel. Okay, now we have to import the library. Okay, so how do I do that? Import keyword. Use the import keyword. Type matplotlib dot pyplot. Okay, as you have to give a pseudonym. I'll say PLT. Okay, plotting, simple. I'll say PLT. Then I'll import NumPy, okay, as NP, and next I will import pandas as PD. Okay, I'll run this all three statement. Okay, I'm not sure if this has run. 1 minute. Okay, this has run. Okay, now first thing first, what we'll do is we'll learn the basics. Okay, so I'll just put a heading H2 basic plotting with numeric data. Okay, so first what we'll learn is H3 line plot. Okay, so first thing first, we need a data to uh, to run the visualization, right? You need a data. Without data, can you visualize your data? No, right? We need a base. What is that code? Is your data. We need to have a data. So I'll say generate sample data. Okay. Now since yesterday we have seen NumPy, right? We will generate some data. Okay. I'll take x-axis equal to NP. NP is your NumPy. Okay. And there is something called line space. This one, second one, function. Okay. I'll use the line space. Okay. I'll start from 0, comma 10, comma 100. Okay, I need another axis which is y. Okay, so you know, right, whenever you plot anything you need x and y axis. X is bottom, y is your horizontal. Okay, I'll say np dot sine of x. Okay, so I'll run this. Okay, now we'll plot it. I'll say plt. Plt is what your uh, matplotlib alias. Okay, and I'll say plot. Okay, I'll use the plot function. It will take uh, your x and y. So first you have to type x, y. Okay, and what is the color you want? COL or color equals to, I'll say uh, color blue. Okay, I'll take for sample blue. X, y, color blue, and comma. There is one more parameter called uh, line space. Line space. 1 minute. Line space or line style. Okay, line style. Okay, whenever you see you're plotting, right, you need a dot or something else. So I'll take something called, okay, dash dash. Okay, and I'll say marker equals, I'll say 0, okay, in quotation. Okay, I'll explain this. Okay, and you need a label, right? Label, label for your visualization. I'll say label is equal to, we are using sine, right? So I'll say sine wave. Okay, this is my first statement. Okay, now second statement, I need to add a title. Okay, so whenever you see any visualization, okay, I'll show you some examples here. Okay, I'll take this example. Where is line chart, line? Okay, it is not there. Scatter. 1 minute. I'll just refresh. I think it has not loaded the page. Maybe I think there is some issue. 1 minute. I'll pick one for example. Hmm, yeah, I'll pick this one. This is a line chart. Okay. Now you see this. Okay. Now this is your y-axis. This is x-axis. Okay, and also you have to label your visualization, right? You have to add a label, left label, right label, sorry, left and bottom label, right? Then only people can interpret with your this thing. Okay, something like this. Okay, and then adding a label. So everything is, see, this is the label, monthly sales and month. This is what I was talking about, sales. Okay, so you will have a main title for your visualization, and then you will have something called this. Okay, so I'll copy image. uh, I'll add it here. Okay, so this is just a sample. Okay, this is a sample I want to show. This is your label, top, left, bottom. Okay, and these are your labels for your category. Okay, and this is your numeric data. Okay, this is x, this is y. Okay, so right now we have this plot parameter will take your data points, which is x and y. Color I want blue. Okay, something like this. Color I want blue or green, whatever color you want. Okay, line style is two dots. Okay, so right now it is a static line. Okay, so I'll get two lines. Okay, and marker wherever the data points we have this point, right? 1200, it will be pointed with 0, 1300, and this point like this, you will see. Okay, so we'll do this 1 minute. So now what we want is dot label. Sorry, title. PLT dot title. 1 minute. What is happening? Okay, plt.title. So the title is line plot example. Okay, 1 minute, guys. There is some issue with my mouse. Okay, so I don't know if I clicking something, it is going here and there. Just give me 1 minute. Let me correct this. It is only 14%. Okay, GPU is not enabled. Give me a minute. I'll just enable my internal GPU. Okay, now I see some better. Okay, so what I was telling is, yeah, plt.title. We are done with title. Okay, now we need a plt.x label. X is your bottom. X label. I'll say x values. Okay, same thing. I'll plot plt.y label. I'll say y label. Okay, sign of x and then plt dot legend. Legend is those points. Okay, and then finally, first we'll run and see. So it says something here. Okay, I have a single quote and double quote here, so I have to correct this. Okay, okay. See, so beautiful it has come. Okay, so this is x value and this is sign of x. Okay, you see this? Whatever dash and all I have used, this is how you're gonna see your data. Okay, we have to add one more command here, which is called plot.show. Okay, and where this data is coming from is, okay, if you see here, this one line space 1 to 100, we are using it here. Okay, so I'll say plt dot show. Okay, show function. Show, and now I have used 0. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll remove this 0 and I'll use what is the thing that I can use here. I'll use this star. Okay, and here I have this, right? I'll use dot dot. Okay, let me run this again and see. You'll see a difference now. 1 minute. Okay, dot dot is not valid for list. Okay, so we have to use only this. Okay, single dot. This is the combination you have to use. Okay, supported. That's okay. I'll use something else. I'll use single dot, single dash. Okay. Now see, earlier it was a round. Now it is a star because I'm using a star. Okay. Now I'll change this blue to green. Okay. Now this looks good. So this is our first uh, visualization. Okay. Okay. Now we'll try scatter plot. Okay. So I have another session about plottings. Okay. So what is the use of scatter plot, line plot? Then we have pie chart, line chart. Okay. Because when you compare with two uh, uh, data type, okay, so we called it univariate, bivariate, okay, multivariate. So you are comparing one data. So this one is one data. Okay, when you are comparing with another data, you will see another line from here going here, then intersecting this line from here and there, right? So bivariate. Okay, and then you will see which product is doing good sales. Okay, if your green line is going good up, upwards, then you are in profit. Okay, if your other line you have data that is going up and down, something like this example, something like here, this one. Okay, so there was a dip in sales in April. Okay, and again it has picked up your sales. Okay, June and all, you are on top of it. Okay, but here you dipped. Now this is the location, this is the point from March to April what happened. Okay, so you have to pick those data. Okay, and try to analyze why my sales dipped. Okay, you have to read the feedback form. Okay, if you are capturing some info for user from users, you have to pick all those things and you have to improvise on your sales. Okay, that is just an example, guys. Okay, so we'll see scatter plot. Okay, so I'll pick up some random data. I'll say np dot random. Okay, np dot random dot something called seed. Okay, seed function is there. So I'll say 0. I'll use x equals np dot random dot rand. There is a function called rand. I'll use this one. I'll say some 50 number. Okay, I'll just copy same thing. I'll paste it here and then I'll change this to y. Okay, so my data is ready. Okay, now I want to scatter plot. Okay, now why we have two datas here. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll see how to interpret a scatter plot. Okay, so I'll say plt dot scatter. Okay, scatter is where here, second one. Yeah, scatter. Okay, it will take parameter your data points. What are two data points you have? X comma y. Okay, comma. Next one, what is the color I want to use? color color equals brown. Okay, and then marker. Okay, marker is your line points. Okay, marker, I'll take a star. marker equals star. Okay, if you practice, I'm telling you, you will by heart this, guys. Okay, and then you can relate whenever you are presenting or someone is presenting, right, something at work, right? You can also ask them where is the title, what does the x value denotes at the bottom, what is the y axis denotes. Okay, why there is a dip. I'll take this scatter plot example. Okay, title I am done. Now what I need is uh, plt dot x label. X label is for this bottom. Okay, this bottom. X labeling. So what is the thing I want to give? I'll say random x values. Okay, I'll just copy this one and I'll paste it here. Okay, only thing I have to change is here instead of x I'll say y. Okay, and here also I have to change the label from x to y. Y. Okay, we are done with labeling. Now we want to present our this thing. So we'll say plot.show function which will execute our plot. See, okay. Now this is a scatter plot. Okay, we'll interpret this what it shows. Okay, so where is a dense you found here? So at this level. Okay, so you'll see a dense dots at this level. Okay, here you see these are very far away from the dense data points. Okay, so these are all called outliers. This. Okay, and yeah, you can see this is also a dense. Okay, nearby points. Okay, so this is just a sample code that we picked up, right? So you will see something like this. Okay, now what I want is I want a histogram. Okay, so we'll see histogram. Now I need some data for histogram. Data equals I'll use numpy only. np dot random dot uh, ran rand n number. Okay, these are, see, you have to use it. Okay, I'll say 1000. I'll run this. Okay, now what I'll do is we need to take this. I'll just copy this, guys. Okay, again typing means it is taking a lot of time. Okay, only thing is instead of scatter you have to say histogram. Hist. Okay, HIST is the short form for histogram. Okay, it will take a data point as data, because if you see here we are storing everything in our variable called data. Okay, now bins. Okay, what is bins? Bins is how many bins you need your data to populate and distribute. Okay, I'll say 30. Okay, sample 30, and then color I'll take purple. Okay, and star and all will not come. Okay, here we have something called edge colors. Okay, we have histograms in boxes type, right? So edge colors, what is the color you want to differentiate this purple which will be filled in each boxes from your lines? Okay, I'll say edge color equals, for now I'll take black. Okay, so title, I'll take here title as, so guys, are you paying attention or question now? Histogram example, not, this is not plotting, it's called histogram. Okay, and here I'll pick something called values. X label I'll take values, and Y label I'll take frequency. Okay, generally in histogram we call values and frequency. Okay, title, X label, Y label, and show. Let me run this. Okay, so we got some error here. Let's go down and see rectangle dot set got an expected keyword argument bin. Okay, now you see this is how it looks like. Okay, but why did I get keyword argument bin? Okay, I think it is not bin, it bins s. Okay, there you go. See, beautifully with 4 line of code. Okay, with 4 to 5 line of code, I'm just bringing a nice presentation here with the example. Okay, so this is title top, X label is this, Y label is this, frequency, and show will show the display on your screen. Okay, within Python notebook. And this one is data is this. Okay, bins is how many bins you have, 30. Okay, so you can count. If I want to reduce the bins, I can say 20. Okay, now you see it is 20 bins. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, so this is how you're gonna play with your data, how many bins you need. Okay, color purple, I'll take yellow. See, this also looks good, colorful. Okay, and whenever you have something to depict with sales and all, okay, you can use green colors. Okay, color matters. Okay, you cannot show anything that you like. Okay, there are some uh, codes, color codes for different activities that you have to show. Clear, guys, so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, now what we'll do is this one is done. Now we will plot the categorical data. Okay, H2, plotting categorical data with bar chart. Okay, this is actually very easy, guys. I'm telling you, once you practice it right, uh, I mean, you will really understand all these things. One minute, I'll select the markdown and I'll run it. Title. So 1 minute. Okay, I'll just run it. Done. I'll remove this one. I'll add few lines here. Okay. Now we'll see how to plot categorical data with bar chart. Okay. Now categorical means what? Okay, non-numeric. Okay. So generally what you have to do is you have to count. Okay. So you have to count. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll take these two lists categories A, B, C, D. Okay, values for A 23, B 17, C 35, and 29 for D. Okay, I'll run this. Okay, and I'll copy this one. Okay, to save time. Same thing. I'll just paste it. Instead of hist, you have to change to what? B, type B, bar function. Okay. So bar. So what is our data here? Categorical categories. Okay, two values are there. Categories, comma. Okay, values. Okay, values, comma. Okay, categories, values. Okay, and here bins will not come. This is a bar chart. So here something we have to look at color. Okay. So how many values we have here? Four values. Okay. Color, I'll pick red, blue, green, and I'll take orange. Okay. Some four colors I took for four values. Okay. Now this is the example of bar bar chart. Bar chart examples. Okay. So what I want to depict bottom X label categories. Okay. And what I want to label for my Y label values. Okay. And then this will remain shame show. Okay. So let me run this. The first one done, second one done. Okay. See, beautiful. How beautiful it is looking. Okay. So this is how you can create your bar charts. Okay. I think I misspelled here categories. CATGORIES categories. Okay. So you have to run one more time to correct that. Okay. So it will not automatically run. So you can see labels. Okay, just make sure the spellings and the first letter is capitalized. Okay, these are all the examples. Okay, how you have to depict your data here. Okay, so this is bar chart. Now let's what is the time? 10 9:20 we have till. So we'll complete uh, pie chart also. Okay, my favorite pie chart. Pie chart. So I have some data. Okay, to save time, I have sizes, labels, and colors. Okay, I have some sample, and labels is apple, bananas, cherries, and dates, and these are the size. Apple has a 25, bananas 35, 24 cherries, and the dates. Okay, I have some sample data. Okay, now how do I do? Same thing. I'll copy and title. Okay, so pie chart generally you might have seen, right? Okay, it is in circular form. Okay, you will not have X label and Y label there. Okay, so you will have only the title. Okay, just make sure title, and then you have plot dot show. Okay, we'll give some meaningful name. Okay, this is pie chart example, and here I have to change from bar to pie. Okay, and this will take your data points. Okay, so what are those data points? I'll remove this one. Okay, uh, so I have sizes. If you see data, sizes, comma, label. Okay, you need a label for your labels, right? What is the labels you are going to put? You have labels already added here. One data point called this one. So I'll say labels. Okay, comma, and then color. Color is equal to colors. Okay, colors is equal to colors. Okay, so this variable I am calling here. Okay, three parameters: sizes are my data points. Labels, I have already added apple, banana, cherry, and all labels. Okay, and colors, I have picked up this red, yellow, pink, and brown. Okay, which I have already defined in my data points. Then comma, then I will say auto picture. Okay, auto PCT is equals to, you have to write this. Okay, uh, 1 minute, within quotes you have to add. Okay, 1.1. Okay, what is this 1.1? This size. Okay, I'll explain this after I run my command. Okay, and then I'll say S START start angle, START start NGL equals to 90. Okay, that's it. Let me run this. So pi got an unexpected. Okay, this one I have to LE angle. Okay, start angle 90. Okay, now you see. Okay, 90 is this. If I change this to 45, okay, now you see it has changed the detail here. Okay, I'll say 10. Okay, so it has changed the angles here and there. Okay, so you always, best practices is put 90. Okay, it will give you a correct picture. Okay, now banana is bottom, and you see this is how it goes. Okay, and this one by one is there. No, I'll say 1 by 2. Okay, now you see it has increased the size. If I say 1.0, okay, so it will fit. Okay, so this is how you can get. Okay, these are the values 25, 35, 20, 20, and then color labels. Okay, apple, dates, cherries, bananas, and I have also defined my color point, data points. Okay, which I am taking yellow for red for apple, yellow for banana, pink for cherry, and the last one is dates. Okay, clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, what is the time now? Uh, 10 9:26. Okay, we have a combination of numeric and categorical data. Then the next one, uh, multiple plots. Okay, so we have a lot. I don't think so. We can do in one go. What we'll do is we will continue in the next session. Okay, what I'll do is I'll save this and I'll share it with you guys now. Okay, at least change these data points. Okay, change these data points. Okay, so right now I have all these things. For example, 20, 35. Okay, so what is the next item you want to add here is you can say uh, papaya. Okay, and what is the color of papaya? Light yellow. Okay, I'll run this. Mm, okay, so it has not done properly. So 1 minute, I'll select 1:1. I need to see where the error is coming. Okay, okay. RGB argument light yellow is not there, so that is the reason it is not able to go. So what I'll do is green. I'll put just green. Okay, papaya, we know, right? The green color is also there. So sometimes you will not get those color patterns here, so it will throw an error. Okay. Okay. Because of that color, we are getting that error. Okay. Now it looks good. Okay. So these are my data points and these are my labels. Okay, for different purpose. You can what I suggest is you can change the names here and there. For example, labels, in labels you can put student, college, class and all. Just play around with a different data set. Okay, but when we do this analysis and all, right, definitely we're gonna do that. Okay, automatically it will pick up all those things. It will be a very good hands-on for you guys. Okay, so let me first share this sheet. Okay, at least practice. So what is it called? Matplotlib. Okay. Okay, I just shared it. Okay, so tomorrow, guys, no class. Uh, and we will resume our training from Thursday. Okay, Thursday we'll have a class. So evening we will sync up same time, 8:30, and then we'll continue. And likewise on Fridays we don't have any class. So Friday is your practice day where you can practice all these things. Okay, and next week and all we will get into EDA. Okay, exploratory data analysis, which is very important and very interesting topics. Okay. Oh no, no, sorry. We have to do Seaborn also. See, if we are not able to do tomorrow, since tomorrow is a festival, we will not connect. I'll also not connect. I will have some or the other thing, so I cannot connect. So we will resume on Thursday, and Monday we will finish Seaborn, and after Seaborn, from next sessions we will do EDA. Okay. So we're gonna combine all these four topics that we have learned: pandas, uh, NumPy, Matplotlib, Seaborn. Okay, we'll take all this combination and we will apply in our learning. Okay, guys. Okay, you can stop the